focused on our own little worlds, on getting out of the rain. It's easy to miss things, easy to overlook the small, quiet struggles happening right at our feet. Look closer, right there, under that soggy, collapsing piece of cardboard by the side of the road. It's just a blur at first, another piece of trash in the gutter. But if you pause, just for a second, you'll see it, a tremor. A tiny, shivering body, no bigger than a shoe huddled against the cold concrete. A puppy. So small, so utterly alone. His fur is matted and dark with rain, his little frame shaking uncontrollably, not just from the cold, but from fear. Every car that speeds by sends a spray of icy water onto his makeshift shelter, making him flinch and press himself further into the corner. The world is a terrifying blur of headlights and loud noises. To him, every shadow is a threat, every sound a reason to be afraid. He's invisible, just another forgotten soul in a world that's too busy to notice. He doesn't know what warmth feels like anymore. He's forgotten the gentle touch of a loving hand. All he knows is this biting cold, this gnawing hunger in his belly, and a loneliness so profound it's a physical ache. Hope is a luxury he can't afford. Right now, all he wants is for the shaking to stop. But then, a splash of color in the gray. A bright yellow umbrella. It slows, then stops. A pair of rain boots steps into view, and a figure kneels down. It's a girl, her face full of a gentle concern that cuts through the miserable weather. She doesn't rush. She simply lowers her hand, palm up, a silent offering of peace. Her voice is a soft whisper, barely audible over the rain. It's okay, little one. You're safe now. For the puppy, this is a moment suspended in time. He's so used to being ignored, to being nothing. To have someone see him, truly see him, is almost too much to comprehend. He hesitates, his little heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. But there's no threat in her eyes, only kindness. He takes a tentative step forward, then another, and nudges his cold, wet nose into her warm palm. It's the first moment of comfort he's felt in what feels like a lifetime. She carefully unwraps the scarf from her neck, a soft, dry piece of fabric that smells of home and warmth. Gently, she wraps it around his shivering body, tucking him securely against her chest. As she stands and turns for home, the world outside the cocoon of her arms fades away. The roar of traffic, the sting of the rain, it all disappears. All he feels is the steady beat of her heart and the gentle pressure of her hold. He's not on the cold street anymore. He's being carried towards something new, something he'd given up on, a chance. The journey home is a blur of warmth and security. The front door opens and a wave of warm, dry air washes over them. It's a stark contrast to the world he just left behind. She carefully sets him down on a soft rug and immediately gets to work. A fluffy towel appears as she begins to gently dry his soaked fur, her movements slow and deliberate, careful not to scare him. With every soft rub, a little more of the cold and fear seems to melt away. He's still trembling, but it's less violent now. He leans into her touch, a silent thank you. Next comes the sound of a heater clicking on, and soon a comforting warmth fills the corner of the room where she has placed a soft bed for him. And then, the most wonderful smell in the world, food. A small bowl is placed in front of him, filled with something that makes his empty stomach ache with anticipation. He eats ravenously, but even in his hunger, he keeps looking back at her, as if to make sure this isn't all a dream. She just sits with him, not crowding him, just being a quiet, reassuring presence. For the first time, he feels his tiny body begin to relax. Curled up by the heater, his belly full, he drifts off to sleep, not to the sound of rain, but to the soft, steady breathing of his rescuer nearby. The next few days are a gentle unfolding of a new life. The world is no longer a scary, threatening place. It's a soft bed, regular meals, and the comforting presence of his girl. His eyes, once dull with despair, start to gain a spark. He begins to explore the apartment, his little nose twitching with curiosity. He discovers the joy of a squeaky toy, the comfort of a sunny spot on the floor, and the simple pleasure of a belly rub. He learns a routine. The sound of her keys in the door becomes the best sound in the world, signaling her return. He'll wait by the entrance, his whole body wiggling in anticipation. And the moment she walks in, he'll greet her with a flurry of happy yips and a tail wagging so hard his entire body wiggles with it. The transformation is incredible. The scared, shivering creature from the street corner is gone. In his place is a puppy full of life and an endless capacity for love. He follows her everywhere, a tiny, devoted shadow. He's not just a rescue anymore, he's family. And then, one perfect morning, the sun is streaming through the windows, painting everything in a golden light. It's a world away from that cold, rainy day. The girl is laughing, calling his name. He is no longer the weak, fragile thing he was. He's healthy, strong, his coat shiny and soft. He runs, a bundle of pure energy and joy, and leaps into her open arms. As she catches him, hugging him close, her laughter fills the room. It's the sound of happiness, the sound of a broken life made whole. In that moment, holding him, she knows. She may not have been able to save every animal out there, but she saved him. She changed his entire world. And in doing so, he changed hers, too. He filled her home with a kind of love that's pure and unconditional. He reminded her that even on the greyest of days, a single act of kindness can bring the sun out. Think about it. We see stories like this, and we feel a warmth inside. It's a reminder of the good in the world. It's also a call to action. There are so many little ones out there, waiting in the rain, hidden in shelters, hoping for their own yellow umbrella to stop for them. You might feel like you can't make a big difference in this massive world. And maybe you can't change it for everyone. But you can absolutely, completely, and beautifully change the world for one. Adopt. Don't shop. You won't just be saving a life. You'll be finding a love you never knew was missing. Thank you so much for watching and for opening your heart to this story. If it touched you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that celebrates the power of compassion. Your support helps us spread the message. See you next time.